BBall Tactics Lesson 2. What just happened was our guard shot the ball and he scored, so there is now 1 point for the black team. And since he had just moved and the center did not, the center still has a chance to move. Your team all goes, regardless of whether you score or not. Whatever the possession of the ball is, it has no bearing on whose turn it is. So it is a loose ball because no one actually controls the ball, so everybody gets an extra movement square. What I'm going to do is move my center back to this point, and that's it, and change him to defense. Now it is the white turn because this guy had already moved and this guy had already moved. So I am going to move them. They need to pick up the ball first. So what I need to do is move them into a position to grab the ball, which is a defensive maneuver, much like stealing a pass. And what I'm going to do is I have time to actually pick it up. So I am going to move my guy to this spot, my guard, and turn him this way. In doing so, I can now roll to pick up the loose ball. The loose ball is essentially being dribbled constantly. He has a roll of 3. Essentially, all I need to do is just roll. Oh no, he is a guard, so he automatically, his special ability is to pick up the ball. If the loose ball is anywhere around him in his zone of control, he picks up the ball. So now he has the ball. I'm also going to move my center down and over and change him to offense. Oh, when you pick up the ball, you automatically turn into offense. And with this guy, I'm going to do the same thing. Change him to offense. It is now it's now black's turn, and I'm going to move this guy back. Now that the ball's in possession, I am going to move him back, turn him this way, and put him on guard. I'm going to take defense. I'm going to take the guard and do the same thing, and move him back 1. And now it is this player's turn. What I'm going to do is move into this position, which is now aiming this way. If they're all linking this way, what they've done is they've assumed basic formation, which is the guard in the back, the forward, and the center. Now at this point, they can move essentially wherever they like. They have unlimited movements. They can move forward, and as long as they keep their same formation, they can keep moving over and over again. They move 1, 2. They move down here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 again, and now it's their turn again. If you notice, the ball has never crossed into one of these guys' territory, one of these guys' zones of control, but now it is about to. Which is the reason I put him here. If this ball is to travel anywhere close to these guys' zone of control, I'd have to roll to see if they'd steal. So I am going to pass to my center. The pass of the guard is 3. The defense of this guard is 2, but he has a modifier of -1 right here, so he only brings it down 1. So all I need to do is roll a 2 or above. 2. So it's past this guy. Now the center has a defense of 3, and this space is a -1 as well. So I am going to roll another another time. The 3 ends up making it, I have to roll a 3 or higher. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so it drops down to 3 instead of 4. 6. So now the center has the ball. And now the center wants to shoot the ball. He can, but he has very poor shooting. He has a 1 shooting. So instead I'm going to drive the ball into the paint. And what driving does is you move diagonally, and it's the only way to break the threshold of the paint when you have the ball in your hand. So I am going to roll to get into the paint. He has a 3, but the paint offers a -1 resistance. So I have 3 minus 1 is 2. So that goes from anything a 4 or better to anything a 2 or better. But I rolled a 1, which essentially means that I have missed the ball. I missed the layup. So instead of the ball going in the hole, I roll to see where it lands. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. So the ball is now here. The only thing else I can do, he's already passed. This guy's already moved. This guy still has a turn. So I'm going to move him. I'm going to attempt to move him over to get the ball. Now what I've done is effectively block these guys from moving or picking up the ball. There's nothing that these guys can actually do. But let's say I wasn't thinking very clearly and I only moved down to here. Now I can move this guy back to the paint and pick up the ball. Once he picks up the ball, it switches to offense, and now he can pass. With this guy on defense, he should have been able to switch over to defense as well. And then the play resumes. He can pass it back to this guy. Since no one's on defense, he can pass it back, and then the play resumes on and on and on. So that is how a formation works in BBall tactics. The whole idea is that the defense has to set up in order for you to not run down the court and score, but also if something horrible happens, like you miss the shot, you have to be aware that now the formation that brought your entire team down the floor has left you open for another score. So now, when this guy switches to offense, he will be able to run down 2 spaces and shoot, which he could do right away. A 4 obviously wins. And so now black team is up 2 baskets to 0. BBall Tactics 2.